Microsoft Excel 2010 Sparklines. First of all, select the range of data that you require the sparklines to be applied to. Choose the Insert ribbon from the menus, and under the Sparklines group, choose the appropriate choice of line, column, win or loss. Here we're going to use the line chart style, so click on line. The data range is already entered, B4 to E8, and we now need to specify the location range or the area where we wish the sparklines to be placed. So here I'm going to use the roller blind button to the right hand side of location range, click on it with the left mouse button, and then select the range F4 through to F8. Click on the roller blind button to unroll the dialog box and click OK to apply the line styles. We can now see that what's appeared is the Sparkline Tools design ribbon as we're in Sparklines. And over on the left hand side we can vary the data. We can change it from a line style to a column style to a win-loss style. Returning it back to line style, we can then move along to the show area, and the show group we can tick high points, and high points will be put in as a marker. We can also do the low points as a marker. If we had a win-loss situation, then we would use the negative points. We can add first point, last point, and we can add markers for each of the values in our range. So clicking markers will put markers on each one. Moving along to the style, we can click the style dialog box and here choose an appropriate color scheme which suits us. So here I'm going to choose a light blue. And moving along to the group area, we have the sparkline color, we have the marker color, and if I click on the marker color, we can change the high point value to red and return in the marker color low point value to a dark blue, and those have been applied. So that's how to apply sparklines to the areas for a line chart style, and we hope you've enjoyed that. Please join us in a moment for Sparklines column style. Thank you. Microsoft Excel 2010 Sparklines Part 2. Okay, what we have here is our range. Choosing cell reference B12, we're going to go to the Insert ribbon and choose Sparklines group and choose column. When we choose column, because we had B12 selected, the location range has already been placed in, and we're going to choose the data range for the data required. So clicking to the right, the roller blind, the dialog box rolls up. We can then choose B4 through to E4 as our data range. Click the roller blind to unroll the dialog box and click OK to enter our design of column chart type for the sparklines. Now we have the Sparklines tool design ribbon open now, and over on the left hand side again we could change to line, column or win-loss. We now have the high point, so here we can click on high point and it will change the color of the value with the highest amount. We also have the low point, which is changed. Can't see it very well because it's a very small element. Over on the right hand side we now have the styles, and we can choose an appropriate style for our sparkline. across to the marker colour, and we can click the marker colour down, choose the high point, again choose red, and it will change the higher markers to red and the low point to green. And there we have our sparkline as a column type in B12. Now, an added feature of this, or what we can do, is by placing it there, is if I click on B12 and drag across 3 more columns, and then go to the home button, which will display the home ribbon, and choose under the alignment group the merge and center option, this will move the spark lines across the 4 columns, making them underneath the rows of data. Using the fill series right hand corner, we can of course drag that down now through the other business names to display our spark lines for the rest of the series. I hope you've enjoyed that. This is F Keys, www.f-keys.co.uk in the UK. Thank you very much.